Just because, words don't hurt you doesn't mean words don't like hurt other people. I think
Hey,
that's
you
a
know
problem.
what? We had a kid. We had a kid in my school, in my brother's class. Boy and girl dating each other, and she ended up telling him that she was pregnant and he was the father. All this. He went home that day, fucking hung himself in the closet, and his brother found him, cut him down. No, she was fucking gorgeous, but that's not even the fucked up part. Yeah, no, that wasn't even the fucked up part, okay? So brother finds him, cuts him down, he's dead. They resuscitate him at the house. He's a vegetable. He is no longer, for damn 20, it's been 20 years, and he's still alive, but he's brain dead. Well, come to find out, it was a joke. The girl wasn't pregnant. So that dude basically killed himself over a joke.
Exactly my point. It's like, when you sit there and you put absolute faith in other people, what they say and what they do, you're just asking for you need to have a little bit of be a little cynical. But if you just don't believe everything everybody tells you, hey, look, there's a Santa Claus. Oh, there's not a Santa Claus, and then you go out and kill yourself. That's the most ridiculous shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but Shield, also the other thing is, bro, is you come from a different time.
Idiocy is still idiocy, no matter how you look at it. It doesn't get any better just because it's a different time.
No, I agree. But people from your time, they're a little harder. They grew up differently. Even from your growing up to my growing up was completely different. Even with Asri, from me to her, things are so different. And hey, it is what it is. But it's just like there's a lot of things that happen.
Well, all I can say is that even if that guy, I saw this guy on TV. I forgot what he was. He was basically one of the president's people or whatever. He's a guy that dresses up like a woman. But anyway, he's big in the news or whatever. But if I saw that guy going into the bathroom where my daughter just went, yeah, there's an ass whooping going on. That's all I can say.
Why? Excuse me? Hello?
Uh-oh.
Why?
Things are about to get crazy for you, bro.
No, this is just okay. There is a huge generational gap. It just seems like you have no consideration for other people's feelings, Shield.
I don't give a fuck. If this guy's
That's exactly it. People nowadays give a fuck. We give a fuck about other people's feelings, and yeah, okay.
Oh, well, bless your little hearts.
It's gone a little far about caring a little too much or a little too sensitive, but at the same time, the desire to spare someone's feelings or to care about their well-being is something I'm glad we've moved towards and away from that I'm going to beat someone's ass in the bathroom because he dresses like a chick.
In my days, when somebody walked around and say they were a freight train, nobody else agreed that they were a freight train. They just said, man, that guy's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now we got people out there going, well, I'm a freight train. And people are like, you're right, you are an awesome freight train. The stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
It is stupid. Let him be a fucking freight train or her. Like, I don't
You're hurting that person. You're hurting that person by letting them believe they're a freight train. You're actually hurting that person by doing that. You are feeding in
if that
their
person's
delusional.
a contributing member of society and they just want to go pretend they're a freight train, how is that hurting him? You think they're not if you're religious, you think they're not going to heaven because they're pretending to be a freight train? That's between them and God. God can tell him he's not a freight train.
It's whatever. You want to go around and pet these people, you go ahead. I'm gonna punch them. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, if I see you or anyone doing that, I'm reporting you to the police, and we'll see what the police fucking say about it.
Oh, bless your little heart. Cry me a river. I've done beat up so many people like that I can't even count. I'll tell them myself. Yeah, this guy's a freak.
Okay, well, I think something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I haven't caught them all. That's what's wrong with me.
It's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Now, you know what the really funny thing is I'm total full of shit. I don't need any of that. I just don't care. See, now you got now. I don't want you to go out and commit suicide. Please don't go out and commit suicide just because I said that stuff.
Well, I would never.
I'm
Doesn't mean other people wouldn't though. It's because I'm strong enough not to listen to fucking
I'm
bullshit.
just saying. You know, the things these
Whoa.
people do these days, they do not. They don't. They you know they're idiots. It's not just a matter of hey, this makes this. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I mean, there's no logic behind their arguments. You know, they just do what they want to do instead of what they should be doing.
Well, see, the problem with that, is like I said, it's a different time. But you got to remember, there's always a bigger fish. You know what I'm saying? So you say, well, I'll just go beat him up. Well, what if he has a knife? What if he has a gun? What if he has a dumbbell? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I've known some pretty good people that would fight anybody and has never lost a fight, but got stabbed 13 times with a pencil and got airlifted out of our school. I mean, but yeah, I mean, that's that. I mean, because I hate to say it, Shield, but I don't know if you're up with current laws, but if you went up and like punched somebody that was a freight train, that's considered a hate crime, and you would get like 10 years auto in jail. There's like no yes.
I would defend myself by saying, hey, look,
you would fucking lose.
I just punched a freight train.
This is the argument, like, avoid jail. It's morally wrong, back in the, 60s, 50s, whenever.
You
like,
do not
people
put
were
the word
lynching
morals
black
in
people,
with these
and
people.
that's wrong. They were on the wrong side of history, the people, being fucking racist. I feel like you're in that same vein. You're being very bigoted towards people that have done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Saying that they're a freight
oh
train.
my God, Z's gonna, of course, just pop in. Now, I'm against marrying the brother thing. Okay, that's a little weird.
Jesus. We keep saying stuff like that. We tried that. Look what happened. We tried that. We tried the whole let them be them thing and leave them alone and all that kind of shit. And now we have fucking gay parades and stuff like that. No, we're not doing that no more. Fuck that. The stupidest freaking thing, I mean.
Yeah, well, Shield's not arguing about wanting a fucking male parade. Shield's arguing against his right to fucking hit a trans person in the bathroom and beat him up for no good reason. That's what we're arguing.
For good reasons. They're trans. They're freaking. Their mind is twisted up. Yeah.
But what is a bathroom a protected space where there's like a shield that doesn't like I can go in the women's bathroom and the man can just walk in and fucking rape me? Like no, that's what I'm saying. The bathroom isn't a safe place where it's like if a trans man goes into the female restroom, he's gonna rape someone's daughter. Like, or you don't have to be trans for that to be a problem. A dude can just walk into like I don't get what this weird distinction is.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I take my kids into the bathroom with me. I don't let them go in by themselves.
Well, 100%.
Okay.
100%. If you know he's a pedophile somehow, without a doubt, then yeah, I can understand beating him up and calling the police and apprehending him. But that's like such a small percentage chance.
But no,
We can fight about this all day long.
Trust me. I have 2,000 pedophiles registered in a 20-mile radius. Okay, and just for the record, if I sent my daughters into the bathroom and that happened, I mean, I'm always packing, so you may take my daughter's childhood, but I'm taking your fucking life.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh. Shit. I'll be right back.
Pedophiles need to be shot anyway. You know why? You know why this stuff works for these people? Because we're reactive. You know that we've got to where we're reactive to these things. If the guy goes into the bathroom, then we react. That's the problem.
Okay, I want to show me a statistic of pedophiles. How many of them are trans? And then we'll talk. Like, there's no way the vast majority of fucking pedophiles are trans. Most of them are just normal dudes being creepy pedophiles.
No. There is no such thing as a normal.
They are. They're not normal. I'm not like. They're not like. They're normal appearing. They're not gonna look like a fucking troll, and they're not gonna all be trans people. They're gonna appear normal. 100%. 100%. I agree with you. We're totally in agreement.
I'm going to tell you guys this story, and you guys can think about whatever you want to. I'm going to tell you this is what happened. So, I have a brother-in-law that married a woman that has an autistic child, very autistic child. He had a stroke while he was in the womb. This kid is autistic. Now he's like 27 or 28 years old. But about 5 or 6 years ago, my father-in-law decided it would be funny to tell him to hit me in the back of the head. Okay? So he told him to hit me in the back. I heard him say it. I didn't think he would do it, but he did it. And I stood up and I decked his ass and knocked him to the floor. Now, who the fuck was wrong in that scenario?
Okay, well, it was a child that you hit.
He was 23 or something like that.
Okay, so not a child.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't think he would do it either. But I'm just saying, you know, that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of consideration. So, but what everybody's going to say is, oh, you know, the poor child wasn't at fault at all, and it's, you know, it's actually 100% ridiculous to think that, you know, if you aren't smart enough to be in society, to know that you shouldn't be hitting people in the back of the head regardless of whatever reason, then you shouldn't be in society. What? That's still enabling those people. We shouldn't be doing that at all. We should be no enabling those people.
We should just round them up and put them in a camp and separate them from society.
All I'm saying
I'm being sarcastic.
These people were around long before this distinction came out. They were trans, you know. I'm sure there were people who wanted to be sissies or whatever long before this whole thing came out. You know, whatever. You know, like this whole thing began. It didn't just start. People just didn't start doing this stuff here recently. It's been like this for a long, long time. Right. That whole letting people do. Okay, you know, hey, you want to pretend like you're a freight train? Go ahead, buddy. But I'm just going to think you're crazy You know, and if you start doing crazy shit, you're going to pay the price for it. That's all I'm. You know, that's all. That's all that needs to be said. I'm 49 years old. I'm not going to change it. You know, till the day I die. This is the way it's going to be.
I don't get it. I get defending yourself. I get defending your family. I don't get being aggressive for no reason.
Like I said, we stopped being aggressive, and look what we got. Look what good that did us.
You literally just said that it always existed. So either we stopped being aggressive and then it happened, or it's always existed.
We stopped being aggressive. It has always existed, but we stopped being aggressive about it. And because we stopped being aggressive about it, now we've got the flags and the parades and all that bullshit.
Okay, I mean, what problem is? Who cares about the parade?
Well, apparently there are people who don't want to see that shit. Like, hey,
well, then don't look.
And then people take their children to this thing to teach them that, hey, this is okay, and it's not. Probably bestiality or some shit like that. Yeah, that's what I said. But no, we should just sit back and let these people do what they want to do, because that's what they want to do. There's an old saying that says, evil exists when good men do nothing. Remember that.
Yeah, but that's so subjective, because you're already putting yourself in the position of good man, but it's not
You
an
better
objective.
believe it.
Fucking yikes. Well, we're all gonna, you know, have to talk to God when we get there if you believe it. So, you know,
I do.
God, it's between the individual and God. It's not between you and the person. You have no right to stand on your soapbox and judge people.
Wrong, because the saying is that
Christians, I swear.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
No, there's nothing wrong with Christians.
You do not follow your Bible. You do not follow your scripture.
All it takes to be a Christian is the belief that Christ died on the cross for your sins. Whether you're a good one or a bad one, that's subjective, but all it takes to be a Christian is that right there.
You have to believe in the teachings of Christ to be a Christian. You can't just believe that he died. This is like
Nope.
so not.
Nope.
Fucking bullshit. Well,
nope.
Agree
Sorry.
to disagree.
Bye, lady.
100% agree to disagree.
Bye, lady.
I would loosely say I'm a Christian. Well, by his standards, I'm 100% a Christian. It's because I believe Christ died on the cross.
There you go. For your sins, Christ died on the cross for your sins.
I do. I think church is a fucking cesspool.
Of course, and this generation is kind of like, you know, this generation has been brought up to believe that man created God rather than the other way around. See, and that's the problem we got these days. That's exactly why we have the issues that we've got these days. You know, but that's fine. That is fine. You know, that is fine. You know, it's not. You're right. It's not my place to. You know, when these people die and they stand in front of their Creator or whatever, that's when God judges them, right? But while they're on this earth, and you know, and we're all dealing with each other, you know, that's when I judge them. You know, so you know, you say it's not your place to judge. It is most certainly your place to stare and make sure that you know who you're dealing with. I'm not going to invite pedophiles and murderers to my table to eat dinner. It's not going to happen. I don't give a fuck what they do.
I say we have some Bible study. Let's read the Bible together.
Well, if you can, after listening to some of your opinions, if you can read, I'm shocked.
Oh, are we gonna get petty? After hearing
I'll be right back.
The extended vote. Okay, bro. You can dish it, can't fucking take it. No, it's so weird because where I live and the people I know, I'm like the more conservative, more moderate one, and they're like way on the left. But you put me with you guys, and I sound like the fucking most liberal person ever. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I believe trans people have mental issues. I think it's not, something is wrong, and that's not a very common belief amongst many people around me. Well, yeah, I know, and their opinions and beliefs and way of living shouldn't like be it shouldn't affect legislature in so much as except for they should be protected from being beaten in the bathroom, but people shouldn't have to call them by their pronouns. People, they have the right to say what they want and be what they want, but at the same time people like Shield and you have the right to say and be what you want as long as it's not physically harming them. You don't have to consider their feelings. It shouldn't be a law that you have to like, tiptoe around their feelings. I totally agree with that.
Okay, so can I get a quick word? Sorry, I had to go get my car before they close, and I had to walk in like negative fucking 3 degree, whatever. It doesn't matter. So look, in my store about 6 months ago, and this is just what happened, right? We had all at the same time. We had over 10 transgendered people in our store. Okay, and this is what it caused in our store. So, every single day, customers complaining that there's men in the women's bathroom. Okay, let me go figure it out. What's going on? I'm waiting. Oh, there she is. There he is. Look at that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but he's or he's choosing to be a, identify as it. There's nothing I can do, right? And then we had probably over the course of like a month, maybe a smidge under, we had over 40 suspensions and people getting just, fired, let go. It was ridiculous because what happened, or what was going on in our store, is these people were very, very sensitive because I knew some of them when they were still a guy. But when they transitioned into being a woman, like this guy Sam, I know him as Sam. I've known him for like 10 years as Sam. All of a sudden, Sam is Ava. And when people would be like, hey, what's up, Sam? And then he would freak out. He would start throwing a fit, and then it became an issue. And then you know what? All of a sudden, Walmart was like, look, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to be taking these complaints every single day. You guys are grown-ass, associates. You guys can't be doing this. And you know what? 7 of them quit. 2 got fired. And the other one, the other one actually, he ended up killing himself. But yeah, it was super awkward because it's like, granted, they've got the right to do whatever they want, but like they did cause a lot of drama in our store because of the continuous complaints about people, either making fun of them, but that's just people. I don't care, if you want to be a train or a star, whatever the fuck you want to be, I don't really care. But like, yeah, it's rough. We have, like I said, we have over 2,000. I think it's like 2,000 pedophiles or something like that, or maybe it was 200 pedophiles. I can't remember. In like a 20-mile radius of like our house, and they're always in our store. Why are they in our store? They can't be in our store. But
but how many of them are trans people is what I want to know.
No. These are pedophiles. These aren't trans people. These are just.
But they were arguing that a lot of pedophiles are masquerading as trans people. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but is it the vast majority of pedophiles are trans people masquerading?
No. I would not. I wouldn't agree with that.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
So, for instance, okay, we had a person at our work, and this actually blew me away because I know that men can become women, and if you take the right stuff, some of them can be not like you don't see a dude, like you see just like a yeah, you could become actually, like a pretty looking individual, right? I had never seen the opposite. I've never seen a woman that became a man. And we had one at our store, okay? And this person was, he was super chill. I had no idea, dude. He full beard, he was muscular, and like one day, like he was sitting there and he made a comment, and I picked up on it. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, can you run that back again? And then he said, because he kept saying my kids, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you had kids, and he kind of made this comment like, yeah, 18 hours in labor, and I'm like, oh damn, I feel bad for your wife, and kind of thing, and yeah, so I was like, that was just technology, crazy. You couldn't even tell, 100%. You just looked like a normal dude. Yep. Dude.
Did you look at your hand?
I did.
I knew it.
I did. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Oh wow, that's true.
I don't want to know. But I mean, I'm not gonna pull out a tape measure every time. Hold on, let me just pull out my trusty measuring tape here. You see that, like, yeah, because I never noticed. Because dude, I see a big. Oh god, dude, this person was ginger as fuck. She had this like just imagine like carrot top red hair, but all over the face. And I'm like, dude, I was like, goddamn, bro, like you need. I was like, if you shave it all the same length, that would be dope. He looks at me, he's like, I would look like a fucking red tennis ball. I'm like, yes. Do it, bro. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, if you think about it. But, yeah, no, I all that, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever it is. But, I mean, we had a couple, oh my God. You ever just want to, like when you know somebody's a pedo and like you can look them up online, it'll tell you what they're like. I don't need to know this type of information, but because the fact that it's posted, I'm like, damn, I kind of want to know. Like, are you into like little boys right now or like little girls? Like, what the fuck's going on, right? So I'm reading this thing and I'm like, oh, dude, like he's like lives like a fucking block away from me. That shit pisses me off because I'm like, he can move wherever he wants to, but man, it shouldn't be next to me. So yeah. Oh yeah. I have. Yeah, it's still on there. Yeah. Well, it's like, like I said, it threw me off because I walked by, and when you work for Walmart, like we have things like that we have to follow, like Code Atoms, and there's a lot of little things like that we have to kind of pay attention to. So anytime I see a kid by themselves, no matter where, I will stop what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I stop and I sit there and I'll watch and see if there's an adult somewhere. So I stop. I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, pedophile. He's talking to two young boy and a young girl, and he's over there by the fish tank. And I'm like, So I walk up. I'm like, hey, help you something? No, I'm just talking. I'm like, talk to me. And he's like, why would I want to talk to you? I'm like, why do you want to talk to them? And he's like, well, I'm just telling them about my fish tank. And so I stood there for fucking 20 minutes before the parents came down. And I was like, hey, just a heads up, just to let you know, this guy's a pedophile. And he was talking to your young kids. And like, they didn't know what to say. And I was like, I got pulled in the office, and they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I will gladly lose my job.
Yeah,
over...
good. That's so weird.
Yeah. I'm just, because I don't think they understood the full, like, nature of what was going on. Like, this fucker, like, he's telling us a story. Okay, I know where he lives. He lives in a fucking shitbox. And he's like, oh, yeah, I had this $400,000 fish tank. It was 22,000 gallons. I had the rarest fish in the world. And then my wife, she poured battery acid in my fish tank and killed all my fish. And I'm like, why the fuck are you telling like a 5 and 6-year-old about this? Like, really, bro? Like, I will fuck your old ass up, and you know what? I will sleep pretty goddamn good when I go home. And you know what? Around here, you wouldn't, it'd be nothing, They wouldn't even give a fuck. He's a fucking garbage individual. I got nothing nice to say about him. Oh, they fuck him up, dude. Oh yeah, dude. They you should look up what was his name? Nathan Nathan something. He was a pedophile, and none of you guys have like a weak stomach, do you?
Nope.
Okay. They jumped this dude, right? Basically it was like the Mexican mafia. I don't know what they call it, and it's La Familia or whatever it is. Yeah. They fucking grabbed this dude, right? They fucking pulled him down to the ground, took a dumbbell, and fucking smashed all of his teeth out of his head, dude. Ugh. And I'm like, why would they do that? And he's like, so he can't bite. And I'm like, why would you need to bite? And he's like, well, in prison. I'm like, oh, dude. And like I said, they did some shit to him, dude. And then they ended up having to move him to a completely different prison situation. I'm like, like I said, before I was like, whatever about it, but when you have kids, your outlook on things change a lot. But nah, like I said, there's some crazy shit that goes on. And it was actually really sad because like I said, that one transgender guy, he killed himself. And then like 2 days after that, so we lost an associate, which was, even though people, whatever they want to say, who fucking cares? They went and this guy, it was the weirdest thing because he was like churchgoer. He had like big fucking Christian tattoo on his chest. Like he was all about God, all this. He goes and fucking kills himself on the National Suicide Watch Day or whatever. And I'm like, you fucking killed yourself on the day that you're supposed to, watch for that kind of. I'm like,
what you gotta understand about this kind of thing, though, is that people use God to their own effects or devices. They'll try to use God against the good lead. They'll try to do whatever they can. Whatever they can do to use. They don't have no morals. They don't have no, whatever. They just use what they got to use. Whatever furthers their argument. So just shrug your shoulders and understand that. It goes the other way too. The people who sit there and say, that appear to be the most godly or whatever, the people who actually put on all the airs and kind of stuff. Usually those people are hiding something.
I mean, I know, like, you know, in Cali, like my neighbors, they were from Mexico, and they went to church like 4 days a week. You know, like they were in the band at the church and all that, but they would be the first ones to fucking egg your house. You know, it was just like, do you go to church? Do you go to church so much, bro? Because you have to ask for forgiveness like every day. No. Get this. This is what's funny, right? So back in the day, we would go trick or treating and shit, and you could do that kind of stuff in the 90s, but they were like they were walking up to this one lady's house, they were like she was like, oh, I ain't got no candy, but just let me see what I got, right? Comes back, like can of soup, can of beans, and I'm like, mm-mm. So we're walking out. My friend like walks up. He takes it out of his bag and he drops it on the front yard. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm gonna remember this house later. I'm like, why? What are you gonna do? He's like, oh, they're gonna get egged or TP'd. He's like, and I'm like, fuck, man. But yeah. But anyways, how's everybody's day going? It's all good. Dude, I was reading some fucking crazy ass laws. Like, I didn't know, like, in certain countries, you can't point at people. You can go to jail. Not for like a long time, but you can go to jail for pointing at people because it's a sign of disrespect. I'm like, fuck. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I mean,
You guys have to understand. But yeah, what you got to understand about America now is it started off just in intentions. We had a few basic laws and stuff like that. Started off pretty good, and then now it just the further along we go, the worse and worse it gets. Nobody likes the way it's. You can't please everybody. So that's eventually we're going to get to a breakdown, and the whole thing's going to fail. We're going to have a civil war. I mean, it's going to happen.
I'm not. I don't like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, I don't like the, fear crafting or whatever they call it. But like, eventually, it very well could happen. I mean, there's two sides of the fence on everything, and it's just gonna take one side just to push it a little too far.
Right. To the side that's doing the pushing, getting the side that's kept doing it. Definitely off of that.
Yeah, like I didn't like. I'm very like pro gun, and and then you have one side of the political side that they're like, no, you should be, you should turn them in because, and I'm like, no. It's like, I'm sorry, but yeah, no. But I know Z's got some guns. I know he's got like a, you got like an M249 under your bed or some shit. I know you really. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm very much for that. And like I know a lot of people they're just like, well, why don't you just call the cops? I'm like, cause dude, the cops ain't gonna dude, if somebody breaks in your house, they're gonna break in and they're gonna be in your house. And it's gonna take 6-7 minutes for depending on where you live. you know, 6-7 minutes to, you know, get an officer out to your house. So I'm like, in 6-7 minutes, dude, you could be dead. Yeah. Dude, dude, I love that song. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, my buddy's got he made this he's got this custom sign on his door that said due to the rising cost of ammunition, we no longer use warning shots. And I'm like, that's awesome. I just yeah. Oh, dude, right when it well, what, you're in you say what, you're in California? Oh. Yeah, my buddy, because he lives out in California, and he's like, you know, I always give him shit because of all the rules and regs for, like, you know, AR-15s, what they have to do to make them California legal. And I'm like, dude, that is like a bastardization. Like, I was like, no. No, it's like 10 or below or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, you can't remove it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's like it's like a stripper clip. You load them up, you put it in, you put your thumb on the top, and push them all in. Ah, dude, fucking dude, California is literally the biggest pot. Sorry, sorry, Harry. California is the big.
I'm actually thinking maybe we might want to just change the subject because we're going to start. It's going to get to the point where I'm actually going to start disliking some people, and I don't want to do that. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we should all be careful because we don't. You know, we're all in the same guild. We all want to play the game and have fun. That's what we're here for. You know, I got kind of a little bit heated myself a little while ago. I had a chance to step out, walk around, and cool down a little bit. So something we, you know, this is the kind of thing that we might have. You know, Kel might pull us to the side and have a little talk with it later about it.
I didn't say
Like
shit,
I
so
said,
I'm good.
I saw it. I saw it in myself when I did the whole. I personally attacked Kyrie, and I apologize for that, Kyrie. I don't. I can disagree with you without having to personally attack you like that.
Is she still here? Oh, when I was, she probably had to go to work. Oh no, she's still in here, bro. Because she's still in the lobby. Well, she might be away from her computer, but she's here.
All I can tell you guys for sure that I know is the world is always going to be with, you know, people say the world changes and it does not. The world stays the same. All the people in the world are exactly the same people that were here 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. We all, you know, they have the same desires, the same hates, and all that kind of stuff. It's all still the same. Nothing has changed, and we're just going to get history that does a little pendulum swing back and forth between what's acceptable and what's not.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's like 3 types of people in the world. You know, you have your sheep, you have your wolves, and then you have the master. You know.
Has it always been that way though?
Nah, dude, I'm the wolf that's chilling in some sheep's clothing. You know. I don't know, dude. I don't have patience for like a lot of things. Like, so when people start going and they're just like, they just start like talking and they're like annoying. I can't do it. I'm just like, guys, like, come on, bro. Like my friend, king of the no bullshit. If you started talking some shit, dude, he would fact check you right then and there, and like he did all this off the top of his head. He'd be like, actually, and I'm like, oh, here it comes, bro. You fucked up. Thank you. I didn't know how long they were gonna be over there for. Yeah. All right, I'll open this one a little bit. Ooh, lemon cake. Come on, guys. But yeah. Dude, my lemon cake, bro, not yours. Oh, dang. I like apple pie, but like, thank you. Yeah, it's a little heavy. My a buddy of mine, he made it was like a cherry, but it was like a cherry and something else. Like I can't remember the other thing that was in it, and that was like probably the best cake. But I like pumpkin, but definitely some lemon yogurt or some lemon cake. Dude, I'm always down with that. Not right now. You're not gonna eat a piece of cake. You ain't eating cake. Whoa. Watch your tone. What do you want? You want a piece of Jello? Dude, I just made this, bro. This might not even be ready. Oh, it's jiggling. No, nobody put their finger. Well, that's a small fingerprint. That's one of you guys. I remember. Oh man, I remember we went to a birthday party, right? And this little girl, she was probably turning like, I don't even know. She was really young. Okay, let's put them up here. And so they went in, and you know how like the smash cake. I don't know if like a lot of people do that, but no, we're not doing the bowl. We'll do a bowl. So the grandmother spent like all night on this like beautiful cake, right? And then they bought like a cheap little smash cake. They could just smash their head into it. And dude, freaking, she didn't know which cake to smash, I guess. So she just went in and like went full out on that this like 25, 30 person cake. I'm like, oh, wrong cake. So we did not get cake at that birthday party. All right. Here, go get a spoon.
No. My wife is actually
Don't use a fork. Use a spoon.
Buy the regular cake, get the smash cake for free kind of thing.
Why? It's all the same thing.
That's one of the situations I'm kind of opinionated about. Like, you ever seen a kid walk around that's always like 5 or 6 and they got a pacifier in their mouth, I want to hit them.
Take it. No, although I don't agree with that. Take this. Whoa. That is way bigger than your sister's to begin with. Take it. Take it or you're not getting it. Pacifiers, like, if before 2, like, that should be long gone.
I'm just saying, I've seen kids walking around over their parents' hands, walking around. You know, I mean.
Okay. A nipple and a pacifier is 2 different things, bro. Just have to clarify that. But you know what's funny? I can't say it because my kids are here. But like, you know, no, it's funny how if you give a kid a pacifier, he'll stop crying. If you give a grown ass man a nipple, you know, he'll stop crying too. Well, no, it's like my. No, I got it. No. It was funny because my friend, he's like, you know what's funny about men? And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, you're gonna tell me? And he's like, yeah. He's like, they spend the first 9 months trying to get out of a pussy just to spend the rest of their life to get back in one. And I'm like, oh, why?
That's pretty old stuff right there.
Oh. All right. Hi, are you back? Oh, no, dude, she wrote us off. She's like, fuck them.
Yeah, like I said, when I left and I got a little heated, maybe she got a little heated herself.
Okay, if I go downstairs.
She may have. What? Yeah, as long as you guys don't make a mess. Struggle. What is it? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
You mean that's 3 triangles?
Yeah, it's 3 triangles that are all touching each.
No.
No. No, you need to make that platform bigger, bro. And then take Well, no, what you should do is take the brown stuff and yeah, okay. Well, I don't play Minecraft, so yeah. But no. What are you doing, bro? Stop. Okay. What I would do is put one more pile of dirt at the bottom, so that kind of makes a triangle, and then do it again and do it again and do it again. And so you have 3. No. Up forward. Nope. One more. In the middle. There you go. But make that the bottom piece go away. No, not that one. The other one. No, the one next to it in the middle. That one. Yeah. And then get rid of the gray. And then put the. So it's kind of that, and then. Man, I don't know if that looks like a triangle.
Now I gotta pull up the Triforce.
Oh, dude, you guys are dramatic.
Is Harry back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
cooking.
Harry. I like you as a WoW player.
That's not an apology, bro.
I already did the apology, man. Was she not here for that?
I'm okay with agreeing to disagree as long as we keep like fucking insults out of it.
As long as I keep what out of it?
Insults.
Insults, like personal insults. You can attack what I'm saying, but let's keep personal insults out of it.
Wait.
That just demeans the argument.
Say that word again.
What word?
Insult?
Insults.
Insult. What?
What happened to that soccer ball?
What is that?
Maybe I mean I don't know. I can't show you what I would do it is, but
I thought she said info. I didn't know. I mean,
No, insults.
see you pronounce the O like the U in there. Insult.
Is it insult with a U or insult with an A?
No, I'm thinking like no. I pronounce it like with an A. It's down there somewhere, bro. Yeah, it is.
Okay, Z, I'm a little confused what you're trying to do.
I don't know anymore.
I looked it up.
Okay. Play, guys.
And then in the triangle are the other triangles?
Okay, real quick.
Oh,
Yeah, can you make can you only make square stuff or can you make like a half square?
No, only square. You can make half squares?
if this is the word I think you said, incel, INCEL, right?
No, you're not an incel. I said insult.
Insult. Okay.
You're saying no, I was picking on the way that she was pronouncing the word. Bruh. You said, dude, no, you're pronouncing it correctly. I'm just not, but it's just funny because, like, you know, I just, for so many years, it was always just insult. Like, insult. No. Remember what we just had a conversation about. Come on, Z. Pick up what we're putting down.
I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I'm just going to have to accept that there are people out there that think the same way I do, and there are other people that are wrong. So.
Look, again, we can agree to disagree. All I was saying is if we keep personal insults out
Insults. No, because people make fun of like how I pronounce certain words, and like I have a couple words I will not say, but they're like just don't say that word again near me because it just, and I'm like, what's wrong with the way I say it? And they're like,
I really thought she said incel. I'm like, I've heard that word, but I don't know what the hell that word means.
It means involuntary celibate.
Right.
It means you can't get any, even though you want to.
Damn, man. Should I be raising my hand? Because I feel like I'm in school.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
I wasn't saying. I swear to God.
He's a truck driver, bro.
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's
you can get some at every truck stop.
Oh God. Oh God.
as long as we don't have a shortage of duct tape or chloroform, I'm good to go.
Oh my! What? Something is wrong with you.
Dude, there was
like
this
I said,
meme.
I'm 49 years old at this point, you know.
No, dude, this guy got arrested. He was doing a TikTok, and he walked up. He walked up to these like girls at a bar, and was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" And she was like, "Yeah, I guess." And he was like, he puts the rag in front of her. What? I don't know. Go, guys. Yeah. He was making a TikTok. No. Well, so get this. So awesome. High five. So he walks up and he puts a rag, like, puts it up to her nose, not against it, but just, and he's like, hey, does this smell like chloroform? And then she was like she kind of did it like a weird freak out thing. And he's like, oh, are you not going to fall for that again? And I'm sitting there like,
Oh,
really, bro? Really?
Oh.
Dude, have you, want to what? I know Z's probably smelled it, but have you ever smelled smelling salts?
Yes.
Jim Carrey did it, and it wasn't minutes, bro.
It's like happy gas. It takes a minute.
Hey. Just for me. Just to... You should just stop.
No,
this conversation is being recorded right now.
I've been married and faithful to the same woman for 26 years.
I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's there's I like to joke about stuff like that because I really don't care. Like make jokes, I just don't care.
Hey, wanna what?
But I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Dude, you remember that doctor? Or no? Oh, the dentist. He was doing that for years.
Yeah.
He was cleaning people's teeth, and he'd get them all high on like nitrous. And when they were like fucked up and they didn't know what was going on, he was like, they had it on film, bro. He was like touching them and stuff, and then he got like, and it didn't matter age. It was anybody, any girl, and he got like 25 years for that. Like, I was like, holy shit.
Well, do you remember the story where there was some kind of like, I don't remember, some kind of like facility where a vegetable woman got pregnant because it turned out the orderly was fucking her like every day?
Yeah. Wait, was it that?
That was Kill Bill. I saw that.
It was. There was a weird movie that I watched. It was like that, or it was a documentary. Like these people. Oh no! That was the one where they oh god, dude, they were like neglecting these people, and they were like, they can't. They're crazy. They can't like say, hey, like this isn't right. And they were doing some really. They were like leaving people in like diapers like for 3 and 4 days, and then
California.
Dude, they were on film, dude. They were like beating these people because they had to clean up, like 3-4 day year old, and I'm like,
that's gross.
Oh, dude, it's super messed up.
I go to California quite a lot. Every time I'm there, man, as soon as I cross the border, I feel a little dirty, and as soon as I leave, I feel a little better.
Hey, you know what? I grew up in California. I mean, that place is. There's nothing nice about that place.
But you can't help it if you live there. I mean, if you're born there, you can't help that,
No, it's just everything about California. I don't like any of their policies. I don't like any of their laws. I don't like anything. Like they are trying to do the exit tax. Like really? Like if you leave, you have to pay 10 years of taxes?
Here's another controversial thing, but I'm telling you, like, they've been sending these kids up to the border walls, and they'll just let them in. Whereas if they just stop letting them in and let a few of them pass, some people like just die or whatever, they'd stop sending them because they know they were going to die.
No. Shield. There was a it was at a Walmart. It was in I think it was in Texas, could be wrong. And this is fucking they had a truck full of illegals.
Yeah, that happened in Brownsville. I saw that.
Yeah, they left them out in the truck or in the thing in a Walmart parking lot, and they all died. It's like, No, I get that. I do. But it's like, ugh. Oh, dude, I know, dude. Those cartels, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, you know, it's fucked up, you know.
But the situation is like if they just enforce this stuff and stop people from doing it, you know, just take a hard stance, and people will stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just letting, you know, I mean, you can't have a Jello backbone and expect to get anything done. You got to get hard.
Well, you gotta on like when it comes to like that though, you gotta kind of look at it like two ways, you know, because like you know these people. I mean, the cartels. Like I don't know if you ever been to Mexico, but. Dude, I mean, like we used to go down to like TJ. Like I said, you know, it's a completely different world. But like in Mexico City, like that kid, well, you probably know, you probably heard about it. That streamer dude, he was from Mexico. He called out a cartel leader, and he basically. Yeah, he said all this shit about him, and they found him like the next day and put like 3 into the back of his head. And I'm like, but yeah, and I mean, my buddy, like, you know what pisses me off, and we're just gonna go totally left field with this. Out of all the time that I spent out in California, I never went down to go see the Aztec temples and shit, dude. What the fuck? I wanted to go, dude, and my friends were like, "Oh no, you don't want to go there, bro." And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Dude," he's like, "White people disappear up there." It's bringing money, yeah. Yeah. Well, what some crazy shit, dude, is my friend's mom went down I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's what's it called? Where they build houses for people in like third world countries and shit.
Habitat for Humanity or something.
Habitat for Humanity, right? So they were in like I think it was in like Honduras, but it might have been I can't remember where exactly they were, but she went down and she had brought with her like maybe like 2 or 3 like $100 bills and like $1 bills, and she was passing them out to the kids, you know, like, oh, everybody's running around, yeah, I got a dollar, you know. And the police down there, they were like, yeah, do you want to die, because people will kill you for that type of stuff, dude. Yep. Oh yeah. Mm. Yeah.
My, my whole entire life, and I'm pretty sure you guys have dealt with some of this too. But I've been taught, you know, from the time I can remember, as far back as I can remember, that, that if you run from your problems, they're just going to follow you and get bigger. You know what I'm saying? Now, these people who are leaving
Well,
Mexico, they should be turning around and fixing their freaking problems. It's going to be painful. It's going to suck, but it's never going to end unless they fix it, unless they stop it.
see, like, okay, so you know, I grew up on not in Los Angeles, but I grew up, you know, in the outskirts of Los Angeles. So what happened is everybody fled LA because LA is like, you know, a gigantic shithole. And then, you know, they're like, oh, it's like this new place. It's beautiful. And then within a couple years, they do. They end up bringing gangs to these little like rural towns, and no, it's fucked up.
That's what I said. If you run from it, just try to ignore it and pretend it didn't happen. It's gonna follow you and get worse.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember like because like we had security cameras up around our house and stuff because my dad, you know, my dad's just he wants to make sure that nobody's you know, trying to like you know, get into our house or whatever. So I remember this dude, completely just off the subject story, right? So he walks up. This new guy moved in. He's a Mexican dude. They call him Junior, and he's like, you know, he's from LA, you know, all this stuff, and they're all like, oh, just watch out for Brandon's house, you know, because like, you know, his dad's got cameras all over the house. So he walks up. He's like, well, where's the camera? And he's like, well, you're not gonna see it. So he walks up onto my driveway, pulls his pants down, and moons the fucking camera. All of a sudden, you hear my dad. The fuck? He comes running out. I'm like, oh, here it comes. Oh shit, dude. And then, you know, he was like, get the fuck off my yard, kind of a thing. But you know, after we watched the tape, and I thought it was just hilarious. And then, you know, after he came out, he's like, you know, he's like, I can't give you life lessons, you know, whatever. But he's like, you need to shave your fucking ass. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, dude, that shit was funny.
There was a guy in Zanesville, Ohio. I had to look it up just for you because I couldn't remember where it was. Zanesville, Ohio now. Basically out in the middle of nowhere. And he basically broke into this guy's house and got shot and killed. All right. His sister was accusing this guy. Like she said something like, apparently, you know, your stuff means more than this. You know, means more to you than this man's life. And then his response was, apparently, my stuff meant more to him than his life. That's what he said. Damn. There's two ways to look at it, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's breaking into your home, dude, I mean, then your wife, your kids, all your, I mean, everything that's hold dear is right there. You've got to be able to protect that. I mean, just, you know, if we ever get to the point where we can't defend our own personal spot, dude, we're in a lot more trouble than it looks like. I don't want anybody to break into my home because I don't want to have to kill anybody. But you know, if they do break in, you know, it's either them or me at that point. They're not going to walk back out. I mean, I'm not going to let them leave my property. They're going to die. I don't care how hard they're trying to get away. I'm going to kill them. I think there's a law in Tennessee. I mean, you know, they can hold you actually kind of liable if you hurt them on your property and they get off or something like that. You know they can. Yeah. The world is such a shitty place that people have to do, you know, take such stringent measures. It is what it is.
the hell's going on with Discord?
Who's that?
And me.
Ah.
Or just like shut down. It was like, nope. I don't know. It just disconnected and it just wouldn't do anything. It was saying that it wouldn't load, and then I'm like, well, okay. So I went back to my other Discords. They all turn on fine. Come back to this one, and it was like there's no there's no voice connected connectivity. And I'm like,
oh, I know exactly what to do. When my wife has that problem, I just buy her dinner.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Can't buy my phone dinner. Well, you could.
But seriously,
Yeah.
my wife says I've got two really great big problems. You know, she says I don't listen and something else.
Yeah, I can't remember the second one. That's what the joke is. I don't listen and I don't remember the second one. Oh, dude, man, kick your ass, bro.
Dude, don't do it. Dude, you better not be doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
Next thing you know, next time you go through Arizona, pick me up because you're gonna have a new person to live with. Oh my god, dude. 60 flying is so damn slow. How do people freaking fly at this speed?
You're just gliding. It's kind of like it makes you feel bad, you know, because you know that the retail demon hunters can outfly you.
I play a paladin. Nobody outflies me. Just saying.
I'm just saying, if you had 60, I wonder what's faster, 60 flying or the glide move that the demon hunters.
Dude, it's like, you know, everybody gives shit to feral druids, but I mean, feral druids, bro, like, I don't think they're as like efficient as a warlock, because I mean, warlock's pretty goddamn fast at leveling, but damn, dude, I don't think I've stopped in the last like 4 days to drink. It's just like they are so fast. I mean, if I get a crit on a Ravage, they're dead. Like, it takes like 3/4 of their HP.
All right, guys. Well, it was nice talking to you. Had a good time. Lots of good stuff going on right there. My headset's used to die, so I got to charge it up.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna head out here in a second too.
You guys have a great night. I'll see y'all there either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right, later.
Well, damn, he didn't even say goodbye. Oh, did he? Who? Dude, bullshit. No way. Cause then I came in and he was like, "Yeah, I respect you as a WoW player," and that's all he fucking said. Nah, nah, you're just too nice. You're fucking don't lie to my fucking face. You know, I mean, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I won't fucking believe it. Okay, that I believe. Well, I just don't get it. I mean, he's fine. He can disagree with me, but don't fucking like say I'm illiterate or something, because I bet I'd read you all fucking under the table. So, you fucking bruh. I mean, I was trying not to fucking be insulting too and stoop to his fucking level, because I can be petty like like nobody's fucking business.
What did I miss?
Bruh, Cal, it was fucking lit in here a bit. I was getting fucking heated as shit.
What happened?
If I could have, I would. Well, I don't. We'll see. No bullshit discussion. We were fucking verbally fighting. It was okay. It started as a discussion, and some people got petty as shit and brought fucking personal insults into it.
I'm just curious what happened though. Like,
I mean, I don't. Everyone talks hella politics in the guild, and I kind of keep my nose out of it because I'm at staunch opposite. But there
yeah,
are some things I can't tolerate hearing without saying something.
nope. I've actually even had discussions with people about that, just saying, just stay away from politics because you're gonna piss somebody off. Yeah, that's why she's one of my officers. Usually when she gets frustrated at people, she usually tells me about it later on. But no,
Yeah, I'm still a little frustrated right now. So fucking Jesus.
I mean, can I ask what they brought up in specific?
I mean, apparently I misheard it, but the way I heard it, it all started with something about Shield brought up men dressing like women, and something what I heard was if he meets them in a bathroom and no one's around, he'll like beat them up.
No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, like for me, all I would do is just say, "Oh, I classify as a woman. I'm gonna make sure my daughter's safe." I mean, that's the reality of it. That's the way it's all laid out. Is if you identify as a certain gender, then If it means that my kids are going to be safe, that's just the route that I'm going to take. I'm not going to go in there and just beat somebody up or whatever for making their choice. But yeah, I think Shield probably took that a little too far in general.
Well, because when I came back and I said something like to let people know I was back, he said something like, "Well, Hyre, you know, I respect you as a raider, or like respect you as a WoW player." I'm like, okay, question mark, question mark.
Shield's causing problems left and right. I mean, okay, so not only has he
Before I forget, he told us that he said another gay joke to fuck, what's his name, Astral, and I'm just thinking, what a fucking hypocrite, because when Curse is being like jokey gay, Shield gets so wigged out, so he can like totally dish it, but he can't take it.
yeah, well, exactly, and that's and I've noticed that too. But I mean, it's just in general though, like I don't.
I don't know.
Personally,
He has the right to say
I'm just
whatever he
getting.
wants, but he doesn't want other people to have the right to do or say what they want.
Well, it's not. It's not even just that. I mean, it's just the concept like of okay, he's had to apologize to Astral. He's had to apologize to me. He's had to apologize to Hyrie. I mean, the list is going on and on. He's getting into it with literally majority member with a lot of the leadership members now, and it's just like, dude, you can only say sorry so much before it doesn't mean jack shit. That's the predicament that I'm leading into more than anything. It's not necessarily like okay, it's a heated discussion, especially what's up, MC? Especially when politics are getting involved, and it's just like he's one of the ones I told in specific keep politics out of it because him and Astro will go at it hard when it comes to politics.
Dude, he came in earlier. He was like, "Oh, me and him were going at it." I'm like, "Man, oil and dynamite."
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like I've told Shield in specific. I'm like, dude, keep politics and keep your own personal preference out of it. Like you can have your own personal preference, but at the end of the day, the way that the guild's designed is we're going to love everybody equally, and we're going to treat everybody with respect equally. It's not regardless of what we believe. That's just the reality of it. It's not our place to judge.
But I'm a paladin, so I judge everybody.
Hardly.
You get it.
You judge the enemy with wisdom, and it doesn't do them a whole lot of good because they still die.
I mean, I can only lead a horse to water. Make them drink. Just saying.
That's good. I like that. Is the server up already?
Dude, it's been up like 2 hours after it was shut down.
Dude, I didn't know. I've been at work.
No, I know, dude. I walked by. It shut down at it shut down early. Actually, it was like 9:50 my time, and I'm sitting. I'm like, dude, they're already okay, whatever. And then like I went up, did a couple things. I think I let my dog, and I walked by and I see like 3 of my friends online. I'm like, oh, they're playing that's not retail, that's classic. And I'm like, yo, is it up? And he's like, well, I don't know if this part, my friend likes to, garb with me or whatever, but he's like, dude, it never even went down. And I'm like, no, it went down. And he's like, nah, he's like, I've been on since, whatever. And I'm like, huh.
Whoa. That's no, I'm not even watching your stream. I was trying to figure out what was going on with my Discord.
Mine was doing the same thing, but I don't think Black Temple's open.
Okay, I guess I need to. I guess I need to update some add-ons because.
Yeah, dude. Like none of mine are open. I loaded them anyways, but there's no. At least for the ones I use, there's nothing open yet. But I don't think Black Temple's open. I'm on like a very big server, and all day since it's been up, dude. Nobody's been in there.
Well, you have to clear Mount Hyjal before you can go into Black Temple.
Even in Mount Hyjal, there's nobody there.
I don't know. I could have swore Phase 3 was dropping today, though.
That's what I thought, but I don't know if I'm wrong. I mean, it might be. I could be. You know, I'm wrong a lot, but it's like I haven't seen nobody, and I've asked like 4 times, and everybody was like, I think that's like next week. I'm like, it was weird because they normally don't do like a 6-hour, shutdown just for a weekly reset. Like,
no, they don't. That's why I was like, I mean, there's one way to find out if it dropped. I can tell you right now. Fly my butt out there to Deadwind and see if that what? Quick fix for enchanters where a spelling error.
yeah. I looked at the patch. I looked at the patch notes earlier. It didn't really say much, so.
Well, no. So like, the way to tell if Phase 3 dropped is to go see if that enchants over there in Deadwind.
Deadwind?
Damn, MC, you're calling everybody out.
I'm calling everybody out.
I wasn't even saying it wrong. He just says it weird.
No, I say it weird. She's saying it correctly, but it's like.
Okay, Kel, how do you say insult?
Insult.
Okay, it's not insult.
Insult.
That's that New Jersey accent.
No, dude, straight up California. No, hey, I pronounce R's.
Oh, you can't even use California as an excuse there. Hyrie lives there, and I lived there for 8 years.
Yeah, Kel, you tell him.
Nah, dude, you no.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no.
Dude.
I don't. No. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Okay, where I am right now, I can't say that I have a New England accent because you know what? I fucking pronounce my R's. People around here, they're like, I'm gonna line garden. The fuck did you just say?
They sound like they belong in the South. They sound like they belong in the South. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, it's funny because everybody's like, well, what it is they, people from this area, they don't really have like a culture, so they copy what Boston does. And I'm like, yeah, dude, go to Harvard Bar. It's like, I thought there'd be equations and shit all over the wall.
Dude, listening to you try to do accents is absolutely like ear aching.
Dude, you have no idea. Dude, when I first moved up here and people were talking, I'm just like, is this how people talk? Because I'm pretty like in our, they don't call it that anymore, but at our work, we had the training room. It's where you could go to train. Okay, so training. Okay, they say training. Training.
Hey, they pronounce their R.
I'm gonna go to the training. No, but if the R is at the end of the word, they don't. So
it doesn't matter. They pronounce their R. You said they don't. Okay. The R doesn't exist.
What do you drive to work every day?
A car.
A car.
A car.
A car.
I drive a car. Drive a car. I'm gonna park the car in the dooryard. You drive on a parkway and park on a driveway. It's like,
See right there.
No,
Parkway.
No. Parkway.
See, middle of the word, they didn't pronounce their R. But training, they got training.
Training.
That's what I'm saying. So they still pronounce the R, but it's just very rare.
Lonin Godin. They skip over the R. It's like, no. For the longest time, so at our work, we have the lawn and garden section. And now they call it outdoor living because they want to be fancy. And they go in and the L and the O would fall off like all the time. And we're all like sitting there like, dude, Walmart's a multi-billion-dollar company, bro. And we can't even get a fucking letter to stay to our building, dude. It's like, why?
So
I got no love for Walmart.
About to say, so how do you pronounce Walmart out there? Walmart?
No, it's Walmart. That's what we say.
Walmart?
No. Nah, dude. It's what it is. I fucking hate you guys. Walmart. Dude, it's better than you got some ghetto ass people. Do we go on Target? The fuck? What is Target? Nah, dude, no. It's Walmart.
I was about to say I'm gonna go into work tomorrow and I'm gonna try that accent and be like, yeah, I work at Blue Bid. Blue Bid.
Blue. Oh Jesus. I will in a second.
No, there's no enchant recipe out here. Yeah, maybe it didn't drop today.
I
could have swore it was dropping today. I even had a notification, actually. God, where did that go?
It is weird, though, because it showed up, okay? But it disappeared. And when I clicked on the notification, it didn't work. It wasn't like, normally you can see like the server's gonna be down, it's gonna be down for a while. This was not like that. They were just like, oh no. Oh my god. This dude. This guy. Dude, that dude just did 4,000 DPS. Holy shit. What's his gear like? What? How?
See, this is the conversation I see happening next time Harry goes to work. Like, yeah, so I found somebody works for the same company, but he pronounced it as Walmart.
Walmart. Jesus. You guys. Oh, man. So, I've been sitting here and I've been funneling. No. Now you're gonna hear the story. So I'm thinking in my head, if I level a druid, I don't have to pay for flying, right? You still have to pay for flying.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't remember that, but apparently, yeah, you still have to buy your expensive ass 590 some gold, whatever. And I'm like, everybody's laughing. They're all like, huh, what are you fucking? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you have to buy your epic land mount before you can get your flying training.
Yeah. So now
but you can do your flying at 68.
Yeah, as slow as death, yes.
Yeah. And then when you do your epic flight, you get a druid trinket from the quest line, and you still have to pay the 5,000 gold.
Wait, is it a trinket or is it a relic?
It's a trinket, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's the one that makes you fly faster or something.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It's almost like Crusader aura.
Yeah, and then you get the stuff to summon Anzu. Dude, I had so much fun back in the day. Like, I remember running that like every single day. Man, every time somebody whispers me, I'm like, I don't want to do it. Dude, we're gonna summon Anzu. I'm like, I don't care. I really
that's what I
dislike that place.
That's what I don't understand is like Drew. He did his epic flight, and then he did the epic flight bird quest line, and
He
I
hasn't
can't
been in
remember.
there. I don't think he's been in there once.
No, he has his epic flight form.
No, but he hasn't gone into Sethek Hall's heroic once. I don't think.
Yeah, he has.
All right,
He
bro.
did it. He did it with another guild. They were looking for a healer. All right, Z, take it easy. But he went in there with some other guild. They were looking for a healer. He went in there. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it's an
and he got his epic flight form.
Yeah, it's an easy fight. It's just doing that quest. I don't know if you've ever done it, dude. That quest isn't.
I guess my question is if you do your epic mount, do you have to pay the other 5,000 for your epic bird?
Wait, what?
I said if you do your epic mount first, do you have to pay for your epic bird flight form? So, like, if you did, you'd have to pay 10,000 gold rather than 5,000.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I'd have to ask Drew. I actually don't know the answer to that.
All I know is 60 flying is slow as just death.
Because let's be honest, we know Drew doesn't have any money, so for him to have epic mounts on every character, I mean, that's got to come from somewhere.
Oh, dude, it's because he's like, he's a wild slut. I see what he's doing. I see him dancing on the mailbox at night. He goes into Orgrimmar, does a little mailbox dance,
Just saying, 3 accounts, you could easily get one band and be good.
So what I think is interesting because the other day, yeah, he was playing on all 3, and I'm like looking, I'm like, you pay fucking $45 a month, and then he was saying something about he uses his retail gold to pay for it. I'm like, there's no way you got that much gold. Like he's got like 8 gold to his name here. I know he ain't got no, what is it, 125,000. So he's got to have like.
I made a retail character on his guild, and or on his server, not his guild, and I joined his guild, and his guild bank is pretty loaded, honestly.
I mean, if you look at my bank on whatever, now granted, I haven't touched it since TBC. It's baller, dude, and I'm like, hell yeah, but it's not worth anything anymore. Like, because what I thought was BS was they had these pots. You could easily make them.
Mm-hmm.
During the expansion that they were current in, you can sell them for 10 gold a stack. Okay. It was only about 2 gold worth of mats, 10 gold worth of stack. So you're like, that's a pretty lucrative situation. I made thousands of them. And I'm like, yeah, whatever I don't use by the end of this expansion, I'm going to sell them all and get all this money, right? No. When BFA came out, they were like, nope. They reduced all of it down to like silver. And I'm like, oh, God. I just spent like a crap ton of gold and mats to make all this to literally not be even worth like.
That's
like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cursed, dude. Him and his like, oh, you gotta get the broken glass. Yeah, I've got a towel site every single time.
I know. I just did my brilliant glass and it was a night's eye.
You bastard. Actually, I gotta go do mine because mine's.
I picked this up this morning too. Oh, it's on my shaman. Damn it! I didn't send it over.
I'm gonna switch over. So give me a second to do that. Yeah, I went in and I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pray to the WoW gods, right? Open it up, towel site. God.
So I found I check the auction house every morning before I go to work. It's usually its cheapest point of the day.
Yeah. Hold on, let me log in here. I'll be on my hunter, so aim. Oh. What'd you get today, bro? I know you got something good because you did that little like giggle. You're like, heh. Somebody posted it at the wrong price.
So, how much does that recipe go for? Normally.
Woo-wee! Where'd you get that?
Auction house.
Yeah, it's like 1,200-1,300 gold. Why? What was it up there for?
800.
Damn. Somebody was there a couple?
No, there was only one.
Damn. Somebody doesn't.
I jumped on that so quick. I was like, "Yep, I'm taking that."
Yeah, that's damn.
Because the gym itself sells for like 82, 83 right now, but
80 gold around there.
normally a 1,500 gold recipe.
What?
Talosite?
No, it's got a cooldown.
How much longer does it have?
It's 43 minutes, but I did it yesterday at 5 o'clock. And it's a 20-hour cool.
I'm pretty sure you did it yesterday at 9 o'clock, bro.
I did that before before my kids even went to bed. Dude,
I mean, mine was ready, so I just kind of.
It's gonna be a Talosite.
Oh wait, I didn't. You know what? I didn't log on yesterday.
That sucks. Dude.
Yeah. No, I jumped on that recipe so quick when I saw that in the auction house. I was like, "Yep, I'm taking that."
Yeah, I went in and I helped Cursed get his Exalted. It's so funny. I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I gave him all my stuff so he can get Exalted. I was like, he's got over 200 grand and he could just buy his way there. But he gave me gold for it, so it didn't matter. But it was just like, it's like funny.
Yeah, I was in the call when you did it.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I threw out a couple offers. I was like, hey guys, if anybody's scryer, I was like, I can farm some stuff to help you guys get no takers. I'm like, goddamn.
I beg to differ. I think I said
no,
something.
you said on your mage, yeah. And then I said, once you get to that spot, I can help you out.
Yeah, I can get there like in 5 minutes.
Not if you're gonna buy them on the auction house, because I already bought them all.
The Firewing signets?
Yeah, unless they've been posted in the last little bit.
Okay, why are you buying Firewing signets?
Because they put them up really, really cheap. 10 silver a piece, and then I turned around and traded them for Kill Jaden marks so I can get my hunter situated. And then right after that, I was sitting there I was like, somebody's going through my game or something, dude. I can't find all my stuff. And then I'm like, oh, I gave all that to freaking Curse last night. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of those. So I've been trying to trade, but like nobody trades them. In the beginning, that's all it was.
Yeah, now they just try to sell them.
Yeah, like I even threw up a thing. I would do 2 for 1, and like nobody was doing it. So I'm like, whatever. I don't really need to sell it, but I mean, I kind of want to sell it.
Freaking keybinds aren't working again.
Yeah, dude. So get this. This morning I logged in and everything was working fine, beautiful. And then I'm not really sure what happened, but when it reset, it cleared all of my keybinds. Like, I have no macros. And I don't know why that would even happen. So I'm like, oh my god. So I logged into, MC. Those are fine. Everything else is fine. But my druid, not fine. We're not doing cake before dinner.
Why you gotta sound so aggressive with that? I mean, it's just cake, bro.
Yeah. What did you just say? Answer me.
Why is my Logitech add-on not loading?
I didn't have my headset on, but did someone say cake?
Yeah, MC told his kids that they weren't having cake before dinner. And he said it very aggressively, and I was like, why do you guys say it so aggressive? It's just cake.
Bro, the cake is a lie. Dude, how do you think I felt? I don't even know what that's from, but I remember. I think it was from a video game or something, or I don't remember. But
Bro, you weren't kidding. You bought all that crap out.
dude, I told you, dude. I traded it. I do a lot of trades, bro. I be making them moves. Although I didn't really work out because I still can't even get to like honored with them to get my shoulder enchant. So it's all good.
You don't play your hunter anyways, so why does it matter?
I know. I still like to go out and like farm. So if I can get everything squared away, I mean, although I do find it really obnoxious. I flew all the way out to Netherstorm to go farm some stuff, and when I got out there, I didn't have arrows, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Hearth out. I'm done. I was like, I'm done for today. I just, when they implemented that in Wrath, where they took away the arrows, it really kind of irked me because I made a lot of money with selling arrows. Like that was like my biggest gold. Well, other than doing something else really, really naughty, but that was like one of my big things I made a bunch of money on. Like I would make like 50, 60,000 gold, like nothing. And when I quit, I had like over 100 grand, and then I had like 70 or 80,000 on the auction house. And then all of a sudden I loaded in and I had probably 3 banks worth of grade just garbage. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Do you remember farming Jeeves? Oh. Or did you not have a engineer?
No, I've never done engineering actually.
It's not fun. I mean, like to get the Serenite bombs and like all that, the saber charges and like that stuff's cool. It was cool to do like what's that place called? Why can't I think of what it's called? Oh my god, Wintergrasp, and you can go up and like you can use the instead of using like the tanks or whatever, you could use explosives, and like that stuff was cool, but then like it I don't want to do this. It like I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? All I know is I got to restart my computer because my Logitech gear add-on thing, app, whatever you want to call it, on my freaking desktop isn't loading up. Yeah, it's not loading up, so I can't use none of my keybinds on my freaking mouse.
Oh, you got one of those special
12 button.
Yeah. kid.
I mean, I'm glad I caught it now and not when we went into a raid, you know, because
Yeah. Oh, so what's the deal with like the week, like during the week raids, like with Kara and stuff? Like sometimes you guys are going on like Wednesdays, sometimes you guys are going on like Friday,
okay.
Thursday, Saturday.
So
I'm like, ugh.
the typical schedule that I'm running is that I'm gonna run is Friday is gonna be Gruel and Mags at 5 and Kara at 5. The random days throughout the week that was happening was because we were on vacation and we were shutting down for the holidays anyways.
Okay.
But you know, I told Drew, I was like, if you're wanting to take your alt in there, whatever the case is, I was like, you need to. I just said set up an alt run so that way everybody can, you know, try to get their mains in there and help other mains get geared rather than really hold anybody out on any loot, so to speak.
Yeah, because I had asked about the Warlock thing, and you kind of gave me the. Well, I mean, you could bring your Warlock, but you know, mains over alts. I'm like, bruh.
Hey,
I'm
you
like,
know what? You even said that in the past, so I don't even want
no,
to
no,
hear
no,
it.
no. I'm not saying I don't agree with it. Because I do. But like I was kind of like, you know, before, you know, I really want, like, if we're gonna do, like, if we're gonna set up like gearing groups, like, we gotta stop like bringing the same people every single week, because like we build these
And
little groups.
that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That is
Yeah,
exactly what I'm
because
trying to do. And see, like, and this is like last week is a perfect example. You know, when you told me that Drew took his paladin in there, and that you were planning on bringing your lock, I knew Shield and James were planning on bringing their tanks and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so I've got 3 tanks and so on and so forth. I was like, I can set 2 groups up. I can send Ank with Drew, and I can send Oozer with me.
I mean, you might need a. I mean, I think Oozer needs a lot of gear.
Oozer needs a lot of gear.
And
But
I think
see, here's
not only
the
gear,
thing
but
is,
it's
it's
also
like
practice.
no, actually, he's actually a really good healer.
So
He's
is his.
He has
he's
some fucked up
severe.
talents, though.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I'm not
but
gonna.
but I was gonna say, here's the reason why I say this. He is far under geared compared to my shaman, and he was overall in healing, he was 40 points under me at the end of Karazhan.
Yeah, but
He
I
has
mean,
he knows his class. The problem is that he doesn't have the gear to back it up.
Does he know his talents are 70 shades of fucked up, though?
Yeah, maybe that's something you
okay.
can talk to him about.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm trying to say this in the most nicest way I can, bro. But man, that girl's like, I mean, you weren't there for it, man, but that was rough. Like,
I've already figured out majority of what the problem was with Gruels after talking to multiple people.
Did
oh
you?
yeah,
Who did you talk to?
I've talked to Drew, I've talked to Astral, I've talked to
well, Astral's he doesn't count because he said the only reason we didn't do it was because of me. So
no.
yeah.
No. Majority of the problem I've talked to Slitzy, and I mean I've talked to quite a handful of people. Kerr said he was there, and
You didn't talk to me.
You weren't on when I was in the conversation. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the actual problem is your hunters.
Okay.
So when you break down the actual fight, you had hunters leading off with their misdirects, and on top of that, they were throwing out a multi-shot at the very start of their freaking rotation. That was misdirecting everything onto one specific tank.
So, okay. So,
that's going to throw everything
whose
off
logs
right
were you
off.
looking at? Were you looking at logs, or were you just looking at just an overall, thing?
It
like
was an initial breakdown, and it was Slitzy running his logs.
Okay. So did you also, or did he also tell you that he like got insta-gibbed like 6 times?
Insta-gibbed.
Like he somehow died in 0.2 seconds and he got hit by like I think like 2 or 3 of them and he took like 17k damage in like 2 seconds. Now granted, you're supposed to lead with a fireball or a pyroblast depending on the spec you are. And I get it, the whole thing with Astral in his gear, you know, whatever. He's not built, he's not spec'd for it. I get that. But also, like, we had 2 hunters, and I mean, I don't know about the multi-shot. I mean, I didn't see that. But I know, like, they were having a hard time with Misdirect because every single time I was thinking...
Hold that thought. I need you to hold that thought. I got a serious phone call right now.
Yep. I mean, we all know that it was Azri's fault anyways. Just saying. Nothing? Where's the pad for that? Oh my god. Dig for this. Speaking of slits, look at that. Comes in just on time. Your ears ringing?
No, why? What's going on?
Oh, nothing now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. just talking.
Nice.
How about you?
Yeah,
I'll love that.
same old shit.
Yeah, basically. How much snow you get down there, bro?
About 12 inches.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, not too bad.
Bro.
Took a couple days to clean up.
Yeah, we got a little bit. We didn't get 12, but it was definitely 2 days of pretty consistent snowfall.
Yeah, it dropped all at once for us, and then we got rain on top of it, so it compacted down.
I love when it does that. You know what I love even more than that? Is I love when it rains and then snows. Because then you have ice on top of snow. Yeah, it's
well, that was 4
fun.
days ago. We had ice.
Yeah. Now, where are you again? You're in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Catskills.
Ooh. You going all like Daniel Boone on us and stuff?
Nah,
like
not really.
The Mountain Man? No? Yeah, we there's a couple was a couple of God. I mean, it must have been probably actually about. At this point, it was like 15 years ago. Jesus, I feel old. When I first moved up here, everybody was like, "Oh my god, dude! Like, you're not gonna make it. Like, the amount of snowfall that drops, like, you guys are crazy. All this." And my teacher's like, "Oh yeah, dude, we used to get like, 15 feet of snow, all that, and I have yet to see 15 feet of snow." I'm like, "Where is it? You guys all been talking about it, but I haven't seen it yet." Now,
That's a
it did
rare
drop. It did drop 3 feet of snow in one night, one time in the last, 20 years since I've been up here. But it's like, I want to see like above the house snow. Now, just I want to see it. I don't want to actually deal with it though. Yeah, I always love when people are like you'll get like I know a lot of people that live in the Midwest and they're like talking about like their ice storms, and I'm like, yeah, we don't really get ice storms like that, but like definitely I've seen I have seen some crazy pictures. It's like I don't want to drive. I mean, we have to drive in the snow up here, but like down there, man, the city shuts down. Everything's closed up. Yep, you can.
Nothing stops here when it snows.
Yeah. The first day that for like it was not the first day. It was like the big first snowfall that we had up here. I was thinking like school was shut down because it's like it's not good. There's a lot of snow, so I just figured no school today. It's snowing, and I get a call from the school, and they're like, "Yeah,
I'm back.
you need to like, you're late." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, it's snowing," and they're like, "Yeah, there wasn't a like a delay or anything." I'm like, "No, there's like snow," and they're like, "Yeah, we know, we don't stop," and I'm like, "What?" and then that's when I realized that it sucks up here, and it snows like for 7 months in a row. Super awesome.
It seems to last forever, man.
And you know
Okay, I
what's
lied.
funny?
I'll be back.
Really, bro?
Yo, my freaking I said I had to restart my computer and I didn't when I was on the phone call, so I'll be
You
back.
had all that time and you didn't start.
I was dealing with court stuff. Thank you very much. Now leave me alone.
Nah, I know. I'm just joking with you, bro. Okay, now that Kel's gone, let's talk some shit about it. Hey, do you think you can let her out? Do you think you can let her out? Sorry, I'm trying to clean. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, my kids. Never buy a glass top stove. You will regret it. Unless you already own one.
Now we use gas, propane.
So jealous.
Hey, did they do something with the log in the guild bank so you can't view it now? Because I, for some
No.
reason, can't see it. So I'm wondering if there's something wrong, or if they just didn't update something.
In the log. That's
If you look
weird.
at the guild bank, yeah, and look at the log, nothing's coming up.
It may have kind of got messed up because of the reset.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I was asking.
I haven't even been on Miserable just to check my cooldown timers, but yeah, I haven't been near a guild. Oh my god! So get this right, and you know, yeah, I was in the wrong, but I don't really care. But kind of made me mad. So on my hunter, I was in a guild, and they we had you know, it was like my second. It was my second 70, and I had some goal. We were talking about, you know, rating, what we were going to be doing, all stuff, and then they were talking about the guild ball, all stuff. Oh, I'm like, well, hey, dude. I was like, if you wanna get everything squared away, bro. I was like, I'll donate some gold. So I donated some damn gold to the guild, and then like I loaded in like one day, and it was literally like the guild message of the day was, due to unforeseen problems or something, this guild is basically dead. So I'm like, well, I want my money back. So I was like, oh crap, dude, like what the hell am I gonna do? Like I want my gold. And so I still had access to the guild bank, so I'm like, oh well shit. You know, I'm gonna take what I can to recruit my 500 gold back, right? So I took a couple things out, and then they kicked me. But there was nobody left in the guild except for the GM. And then I whispered to him, I'm like, bro, like, what's up? And he's like, well, you're robbing me. And I'm like, no. I was like, I gave you 500 gold to start, you know, this whole endeavor, and now all of a sudden we're not doing anything. And he's like, yeah, but it doesn't mean that you can. And I'm like, no, dude. I was like, I gave you 500 gold. You bought a tab, and then like instantly, like the next day, you know, all of a sudden something, the world caved in or something, and you won't even tell us like what's going on. You just straight up said there will be no rating in this guild. We'll be basically dead. And yeah, I was probably in the wrong, but you know, I want to get my money back. But it was just like, it was like the like, oh yeah, well you were robbing me. No, that's not robbing you. Robbing you is if I had 50 stacks, then I would clear your bank out. But I only have access to 10 stacks. Or no, it was 2 stacks a day. So, and I only recouped a whopping 31 gold. As you can see, I didn't take anything that was worth anything.
Hey, I'll catch you guys later, okay?
Yeah, have a good one.
So there was nobody else left in the guild but the guild master.
Yep.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah. Like he left me in. It was weird because like he went through, a lot of people left, and then he a lot of people left, and then he kicked a bunch of people out, and he left me in. And you know, I'd still talk to him. You know, hey, like he would just pop on. He'd do his cooldowns, his you know, stuff like that, and then like he would just log off. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna take what I can to get my money back then. And it was just like, well, you're robbing me. Well, I'm not robbing you, because you said the guild's dead, and I had just given you a fat sack of gold. Nah, I mean it's not a fat sack, but decent size amount. It was just kind of super fun. Yeah, and then he ended up. I think he just deleted his character. I think he may have even moved him because the guild. He hasn't been on, so I'm assuming he moved his character.
Well, I have a problem on either case where you have a guild master that takes advantage of the members, and when members take advantage of the guild master. Both are wrong.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like I was literally looking at it on my bottom end because I was like, well, you took from me to get a thing, and then I was just trying to get my money back. So yeah, I was wrong, 100%. But like, so was he.
Well, whatever gold you put in there, it's a tough lesson. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was weird though. Like the guy was, he was really good at like what he did. Like he had everything, set up. It was all like, he had teams, everything, and then like it was perfect. And then like all of a sudden something happened and he just not rating. The guild's done. I'm like, okay. But that's like the third time it's happened on this server where it's like I get in a guild, I'm like, hey, like, what did you guys raid? And then they're like, oh, we raided whatever. And then the next day I load in and like half the guild's gone. I'm like, so what happened? And it's like, just kind of curious.
I spent, when I first started back up playing Classic, I spent probably the first 7 months without a guild for that exact reason. Because every time I was looking, the guild it was just young kids. And there was no comfort level for me. So then I started looking at other guilds, and I always told people when I joined a guild, man, I'm joining. It's nothing against you. If I'm not comfortable, I'm going to step. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
This is the first one I found where the people were all of about the same age as me or close to it, and at least had some experience with the game, where they understood the dynamic outside of playing the game, the social aspect of it, and what's required amongst each other to successfully move forward. And now I'm slowly seeing that in this guild. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm starting to see some tendencies too where it's getting too big for its own britches, if you will. It's becoming a pain in the ass for the guild leaders, and I've noticed that. And people are starting to shy away and step away rather than being part of it because it's just the dynamic is too big right now.
Well, I already had a conversation with Kel about it, and it's like I find one of the biggest reasons, and I've said this since the beginning of WoW, since the beginning of I started playing, is guilds get destroyed because of clicks, and that's what exactly.
Yep.
That is what happens, And you know what? I can see it happening in this guild, and there's certain people that will say, like, hey, I want to get on Kara. Well, we're full. And then like I'll do like a /who in the guild, and I'm like, okay, there's the same 7-8 people going like every week. And I'm like, we all know that like Astral does not need anything from Karazhan. So, he can go with a lower group, help them out. Same thing with, like anybody in the guild that's, got a decent amount of gear. Like if you don't need gear anymore, go to a different group. Because you know what? Like when I build groups, I look at what, like we do a lot, like I do a lot of, guys, move out of the way. No, not tonight, guys. Stop. No. Sorry, I totally, my little train just walked away from me, what I was saying.
Organization of groups based on the need for gear.
Yeah, like, okay, like, there's certain key items in Karazhan that basically everybody needs. You're going to need one healer is going to want Light's Justice. Now, if they have any sense, they're going to take Light's Justice. They're not going to take the staff off of, they're not going to take the staff off of Nightbane, and they're not going to take the mace off of Maiden. There's no point, because they're going to get a direct upgrade, right after. Same thing with Nightblade. Like, why take the staff, the spell staff, and then especially put an enchant on it, like an expensive one, when I'm like, dude, you're going to turn around and get Mindblade, and then you're going to just, potentially waste a bunch of more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was one of my big things in the beginning was like, I had put a couple, not like super expensive, but I put a couple like enchants on people's like blues, and I'm like, I don't agree with this blue thing. Like, that's not your BIS, and I know what you want. Like, we all want that, but you can't. Like, me and Curse were talking about putting Soul Frost on his. He wanted to get Soul Frost on his weapon, and then I kept telling him, like, dude, just put the 40 spell power on, because what's going to happen is you're going to get the Nightblade or the Mind Blade, and then you're going to get and then we're going into T5. T6 is now supposedly going to be open whenever it decides that it's going to be. It's weird though, because there's nobody on inside any of those places. Mount Hyjal. There's nobody in there, and there's nobody in Black Temple, and I'm on a pretty big server. And it's like, this server, the day of a release, that shit's down in like an hour. Like they did when BWO got released, they killed Nefarian like an hour and like 37 minutes in. I'm like, what? I was like, you can't even kill Nefarian and they're like, nope, doesn't matter. They just steamrolled it. I'm like, is that what this game is? You just steamroll everything? And yeah.
That's why I had a really big problem with them taking away the attunements.
I see why they did it.
It kept people from learning how to progress. It kept people from actually striving to get the gear they needed to move on. Now what we have is, hey, I want to go. So, okay, we'll fill your spot. You're not going to do jack shit in there, but we're going to carry you in there.
See, I'm a firm believer when it comes to the attunements, and because the attunements have always been, as much as people, don't want to say it, this is what it was actually intended for. You were supposed to get your blue gear from, your 70-man raids or dungeons. And then you were supposed to go to Karazhan, get a little bit of gear, and then start grinding out heroics. And then on the way through grinding out your heroics, you're doing your attunements for your next stage of raiding. And then once you're in tier 5, you only need to clear tier 5 to get into tier 6. And then Sunwell's you just step in and, whatever. But the normal dungeons teaches you, there might be one boss, maybe two, in a dungeon that actually has a mechanic. And then that's supposed to start you into Kara. And then Kara, same thing, one or two bosses that actually have one. It is slowly working you towards getting used to doing mechanics. And then you go into T5 where almost every boss has some type of mechanic that's not like kill the horse first, kill this guy first. Which, no. Now you have to start moving. You have to start seeing stuff. And it showed it when we went to go do Lurker. Like, some of our people were ready, some not so much. But, that's like kind of like where I'm at with that. Is like, we need to get people used to stuff. Now, there's two types of, especially raiding. There's two main types of raiders that you have. You have the people that, like Hyrie, she's pretty good, so she goes out, she busts her ass to get the stuff that she needs to get there. And then there's other people that are like, well, I just hit 70, take me through Kara. And that doesn't teach you anything.